Well, this is Ravi Shastri. Let's look at the Castrol Index for bowlers in one-day internationals over the last year. Number one is Lasith Malinga, and rightly so. 48 wickets in the last year. He's a terrific one-day bowler because he's got an unorthodox action. With that slinging action, to have that kind of accuracy and variety is quite sensational. He can bowl the Yorker, he can bowl the short delivery. He's got a good slower one. If the ball is reversing, he can get your toes as and when he wants, sometimes at will. So he can bowl well with the new ball, he can strike, he can bowl extremely well at the death as well. One of the best bowlers in one-day cricket going around, and rightly the number one on the index. When you talk of spin, you have to link it with Shahid Afridi. Not a big spinner of the ball, but he's got subtle variations. He's always at you as a bowler, and he comes in to bowl at the time of the innings where the batsman's looking to accelerate. So he not only can peg them down, but he can get wickets for you as well. Very good economy rate, and if you add the fact that he can turn games with the bat as well, he becomes a precious cricketer. Very important man for Pakistan. Another man who's had a good year, number 3 on the ranking, Mitchell Johnson. Now, what Mitchell Johnson brings to the table is he has the ability to move the old ball and can bowl at the death and get you some wickets. 39 wickets for him, and he's got pace, and the fact that he can reverse it means that he can be successful even in the subcontinent. So he's gone a long way in ensuring that Australia stay up there in the one-day rankings. They might not be at number 1, but they're a side that can always threaten. But another man who's has had a good year in one-day internationals, despite his age, is Brett Lee. Now he's been around for a long time. When fully fit, he's quick, and we all know that. And the fact of the matter is, he can get you wickets at any stage. He can get you wickets with a new ball. If he's on song, getting his outswinger to go, then he can get the best of batsmen, on a given day. At the depth, he can get the ball to reverse and reverse at speed, and has the ability with his experience to bowl the full length ball. The question is whether he's fully fit all the time, because with his age there are bound to be some injuries, but when he's fit, he can be a handful. This is Ravi Shastri. Let's look at the Castrol Index for the top test match bowlers. Topping the list, you've got Saeed Ajmal, 46 wickets in the year, and the fact of the matter is, why he has got so many wickets is that he has got tremendous variety. A lot of batsmen have been unable to pick him, and people who play him for the first time take a while to get used to his action as well. He's accurate. He has the ability to spin the ball big time, especially the off break. But what is his most dangerous delivery is the one that leaves the right hander. They call it the dusra, and he bowls it at will. And one saw, even in that World Cup semi-final, when he was bowling against Sachin Tendulkar, Tendulkar had to watch him very, very closely. He went a couple of times he beat the outside edge. And if he can do that with Tendulkar, he can do that with a lot of batsmen around the world. So he's someone who will keep picking up wickets for Pakistan. Number 2, Ishant Sharma. He had a great series against the West Indies, 22 wickets in the 3 test matches he played there. I think the best thing for India was that you had a fit and hungry Ishant Sharma. He's been plagued by injuries. He had a problem with his ankle, but he's tasted some success recently. And one thought, watching him in that West Indies series, the rhythm was back. He was a lot more accurate. He was getting that steep bounce, and that augurs well for India when they tour Australia. A fit Ishant Sharma, bowling the way he is at the moment, could be very useful from India's point of view. Well, another young man who's been successful bowling in the year 2011 has been Devendra Bishu. Young man from the West Indies, tremendous temperament. Even seeing him in that Indian series, he comes across as a bowler with a big heart. Like I mentioned, very young. He will only mature with exposure, and could be around West Indies cricket for a long, long time, because he's a brilliant fielder as well. I mentioned temperament. Temperament very important when you're a leg spinner, because it's not an easy art. You can be carted around if you don't get it right. And what Bishu has shown, that he's not afraid to bowl to anyone. And when someone has that quality at such a young age, it's heartening. So he's a real find for the West Indies and will be around for a long, long time. Well, England has tasted a lot of success in the last year, and that's because of the fact that they've been able to take 20 wickets in a test innings, in a test match, to help them win test matches. And the bowlers who've helped them in that, Stuart Broad and James Anderson. Now, James Anderson is an outstanding swing bowler. He is a great exponent of swing and seam, and if conditions are favourable to him, he can run through any side in world cricket, and he can run through them quickly. In a matter of 5-6 overs, he could get you 3-4 wickets and turn the test match on its head. And he did that quite a few times last year, and was instrumental in India's success, in England's success, I beg your pardon. Stuart Broad gave him good support. Now, different from James Anderson, he's taller, he gets bounce, the length he bowls is different, but again, an aggressive customer who's at the batsman all the time. I thought he bowled beautifully in the series against India, where he altered his length just a bit. He just went up a foot and a half closer to the batsman, drew them forward, and was rewarded for that because he got movement in the air and movement off the track as well. And he's an aggressive character, and again, an extremely good find for England. Well, any feedbacks, any comments on what I've said, you can get back to me on Ravi Shastri at castrolcricket.com.